Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've got an N64 game with motorcycles racing in the future. And a talking pinball machine. It's Extreme G for the N64. The manners on that thing. The year is 1997, drum and bass is all the rage, and Acclaim and Probe bring us Extreme G, which I don't think you can say extreme without using some reverb and delay. Let's try this again. Extreme G. There you go. I've heard about this series for years and never played it until fans sent the show copies of Extreme G 1 and 2, which I'm reviewing back to back. It's a tough game to dive into and master right away because you have to memorize the tracks to become any good at Extreme G. It moves way too fast to actually control if you don't know what turn is coming up next. And that's part of the game's charm. It's like the designers tried to out-extreme Wipeout and F-Zero every chance they could. Extreme! You know what would make these future space motorcycles even more extremier? Lasers and a future space turbo. Even by today's standards, Extreme G is pretty damn cool. In fact, one could say it's very Lando. It's not a great-looking game, the visuals are dark and murky, and at times it's an unplayable mess, but it runs smoothly, the music is perfectly fitting for the game, there's little to no loading times, and it's cool. Extreme G is an excellent post-apocalyptic futuristic death racing game, which should be its own genre. Actually, that is a genre, because I said so. The track designs are excellent, and there's a lot of bikes to choose from as well, each with their own handling characteristics, and some unlockable ones. While the best bikes in the game pretty much drive themselves, the fact is Extreme G is extremely challenging. You have to memorize every turn in the game and blow up your competition while you're at it. Don't forget to pick up the power-ups because your enemies won't, and they're not afraid to use them. That's right, your opponents in Extreme G can spot a Sega fan a mile away. Which is why it's always best to just light them on fire. 32X for life. Once you get into the hyper-fast extreme speed of Extreme G and memorize the tracks and get the flow of the game, it's a lot of fun. And if you're a fan of Wipeout or other futuristic racing series, this is totally worth playing. It's really affordable and very easy to find these days. This copy of the game was sent to the show by our friend, whose name I will probably mispronounce, Jorg from Edgewater, Florida. J-O-E-R-G. Thank you very much, because this game kicks ass. Extreme ass. In addition to a championship mode, Extreme G also has two-player split-screen racing and time trials. There's a lot of things to do. It's a shame that Acclaim went under, although hardly surprising, because we could all use some more Extreme G. Hopefully, the series returns extremely soon. see what I did there? Oh boy. I'll see you back here in the review of XG2 for the N64. And of course, if you're going to buy the game used, buy it through ClassicGameRoom.com. Extreme-tastic! Welcome to Classic Game Room, broadcasting from space. It's not real racing unless you can shoot other motorcycles with laser beams. Common sense, really. It's Extreme G. That sucked. That was the worst take ever. Who thinks of this crap?